First time I saw that.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of podcasts and delivered by DoorDash.
Welcome to Real Life, everyone. What is going on right now?
I think that I'm in love with Matthew Tkachuk.
Are you guys all drunk?
I knew what I was trying to emote, right? Like I looked for Mr. Green Jeans for probably an hour before last season started on Twitter. And when I found him, and I'd looked up what WTF as my category, and scrolled for 20 minutes. And finally his little green head popped up. And I was like, that is what I'm looking to emote.
That just the first time I saw it, like, how would you even describe that guy? He's like the Slimer guy.
I don't know what I'm looking at. He looks like Stewie from Family Guy painted green. I think it's a real person underneath.
The first time I saw it, I cracked up laughing.
I don't know what it was, but I'm trying not to use him this year.
Oh, that's sad
because I feel like we can summon him for when we need him.
For ideal moments.
Whereas like I'll use him 30 times in a period. I don't give a shit. But I try to change that joke I beat to death up season on season. So last night I was like, I can't use Mr. Green Jeans. So I'm just trying different things.
I love it. It just makes me so happy. Fuck
Real life.
Yeah, Khaled. Boy, I'll tell you, when you're down 3-0 and then the Oilers machine turns over once and you win 4-3, you're probably going to have a good year.
5-3.
5-3, you're right.
Yeah, Concon got that empty netter. But
3 a.m., I wake up, middle of the night, and I think to myself, Kane letting Connor have that empty net hat trick. And you see him wink to him when he was coming to the bench?
No, I missed that.
So Kane's standing on the bench, Connor's coming, you can see he's like, wow, thanks, and Kane winks at him and kind of gives him a pat. I'm like, this might be the most selfless thing Evander Kane has done his entire life.
Well, it was so selfless that Connor didn't expect it
Not at all.
He was just like, oh, he's going to drain that one. We're done. Wrap it up.
And Kane winked at him afterwards. And at 3 a.m, I was like, man, that's such a good omen.
It was fun last night.
The energy.
Like, even when the Oilers were down by 2 or in the first few minutes, I was not worried about it at all. In fact, it almost felt like home to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I was very concerned.
Not
but
me.
I mean, you're not going to go 82-0 unless we do.
Yeah, you were pissed, Tyler?
Yeah.
See, I wasn't mad. I was just like, fuck it, they flat. But you know what? I've seen this show before.
I don't need the Oilers to be winning to have a good time.
No, not necessarily. I mean, we did that for decades.
Yeah, so when I'm watching the game and I'm like excited and there's all this wicked stuff, they come out and gas it. Doesn't matter to me. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
I choose to be happy.
I was not worried at all. Even when they were down by 3, I wasn't worried.
There were some questions I had during the game. I mean, I won't call them concerns, but like, first of all, the boards. Being in Matrix mode, it makes me question my reality even further.
Yeah, people are going to have acid flashbacks from that shit.
And then different camera angles at different boards. So you're telling me you advertise on the boards at the Oilers game. Your audience used to be everyone in the arena and everyone on TV.
Yep.
And now you're telling me I advertise on the boards in the arena and my ad will be seen by nobody on TV.
That's right. Those ads, like I know you were at the game last night, Tyler. Did you see any of the videos that came out afterward?
It looked terrible.
They were so bad. Like we were glitching like it's NHL 94 out there.
Why don't they just put the crowd in when there was no crowds? Why don't they just put a CGI crowd in so it looked full?
And they're popping on the ice
if that's as hard as it is to make reality completely do a 180.
Because I was watching the Leafs, not the Leafs game. Who played on Tuesday? It was Vegas and LA. I was watching Vegas, LA, and I didn't think the boards ads were that bad. Like they were a little glitchy, but last night was awful.
Terrible.
Unwatchable.
Terrible. Other question.
I just don't understand why we feel like we need this.
Isn't it mandated by the league? I would assume they've sold it out.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, even that, like.
But they go to like Ford and say, we have all the boards for you for all 32 markets for all power plays.
And you could do like geo-tagged ads now for gambling.
Soccer's like this too. Footy, as we call it in the industry. Footy. I'm a big footy guy these days.
It just feels like just
I just feel like they saw the success with the Heinz ketchup bottle above the net, and they just really took it to another level.
Second question of the night. The Connor Gretzky BetMGM ad.
I could watch those all day.
I first of all, I love it.
I think it sucks.
What?
Why?
It's so lame.
Well, it's pretty lame. But why did he make fun of him? Like, I don't want to see these two fight. I want to see Gretzky de-age, go on the ice, do a one-timer to Connor. He goes top cheddar, and it goes, MGM bet everything you could want in your life. Click here.
Oh, that's a better ad where it's like, I need Connor to get a goal, and then Gretzky comes out, dishes him the puck.
Man.
Connor one-times it in.
Like in Saving Private Ryan when Damon gets old. Remember
yeah.
that shot?
Or
at the
Benjamin
end?
Button.
Reverse.
Yeah.
Gretzky comes, he's 19, he's got his perm again. His teeth aren't fixed.
Fuck yeah. He's in that
never
Playboy
heard of
ad
Janet
Gretzky.
Jones.
That Playgirl ad Gretzky.
Dishes to Connor, top cheddar, MGM bet, everything you want.
There's your gold prop. Sold.
Now, am I allowed to say this many gambling ads that aren't anybody paying us money?
We do have our friends at Betway.
They're the better.
Yeah.
They're way better.
I wagered on Betway last
I
night.
used Betway last night too, and they I really like their pre-built bets.
That's who I like.
had fun with
Betway.
that. Shout out to Betway.
You mentioned that, but like the ring around the boards, it just I don't know.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. And it just feels like everyone nowadays is just trying to jam in ads everywhere they can. All right, welcome back.
We don't give up.
Gotta pay these bills.
Gotta pay these bills, yo. I just changed my name to Alfa Romeo.
Ooh, Alfa Romeo boy.
Yep.
So I'm a
You
boy
met-
bag cream driving around in one of them things.
Who saw our boy Soup driving around?
Yeah. You want to hear that story?
I want the story.
No, I don't want to hear the story where you meet and talk to the Oilers starting goalie.
Today I was driving with the roof completely open just because I'm like, I might as well do this before it gets too cold, you know?
Hell yeah.
Fucking open that glass up on that baby. Whew. So yesterday I'm driving home from the office. I'm going to record Better Late Than Never, and I'm at a red light not far from here. And I'm sitting there at the red light doing as you do, just kind of staring off into space. And I look next to me, and there's a guy next to me with his windows also open. And I look at him. I'm like, that guy looks familiar. Double take. That is definitely Jack Campbell. So I lean out the window a little bit. I say, Jack, have a great game tonight, buddy. Happy to have you.
That is the confidence that comes from driving an Alfa Romeo. That's why you're
100%.
bagged cream. Bagged milk doesn't yell at Jack Campbell.
No,
He
no.
goes, damn, it takes a mental picture.
It was just two car guys having a conversation, you know?
What was he driving? A Lamborghini Berling Bleenie, which is a car I just invented?
Yep. No, he had a brand new BMW SUV. Ballin'. So anyway, he looks back at me and he goes, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
What the fuck?
That's the end of the exchange.
Longest light ever, too.
You know, who never said that was Miko. I don't
Well,
know
he
if
might
He's
have.
always eating fucking cheesy gordita crunches.
By the way,
loves them.
How it started, how it's going, Miko Koskinen edition last night on Instagram made me fucking laugh out loud because of that photo of him.
looks rich.
Oh, yeah, he does.
But he looks like Zuckerberg. He's paid a price to be rich.
Not a
Like
care in the
Zuckerberg
world.
doesn't look youthful and happy. Neither does Miko. I interrupted your story.
No, that was really all the end of the story.
That's amazing that you just have the wherewithal to talk to Jack Campbell.
It was a 10-second exchange.
Hell yeah.
But
That's
you know
the name
what?
of my sex tape.
Yep. Mine too. 5
Sold
seconds.
poorly and was taken off the internet quickly. That was the review on Amazon. 1 star.
I just I felt it was a good omen seeing him before the game.
Damn right it was.
Clearly was.
I also feel like I contributed to his win last night. I gave him the positive seeds that he needed to execute.
Speaking of whips,
Mhm.
I'll tell an embarrassing story on the podcast because, you know, that's what Betway would want. Our good friends. I go out to the Wanye Mobile yesterday morning. I've driven it to Wanye Manor the evening before. I note no problems with the operation of the vehicle. I'm listening to music. I'm honking to the music as I do. All the wheels seem to be turning in the correct fashion. As far as I realize, the vehicle works. Get up in the morning, go outside, go forward, can't go forward. Go, oh shit, is my parking brake on? It is not. Go, okay, I'm going to go backwards, can't go backwards. And then I blurt out, I'm by myself, has something happened? Has something happened? Most, I don't know, sentient people would be like, is it my flangulator? Perhaps my tires have deflobulated. I go, has something happened? And I get out bag milk, and I'm not an automotivist by trade. All my tires are like this, except my front one is like this.
Yeah, that's bad.
So one of my tires is at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, as you expect in the factory.
And one guy's looking at, one guy.
10 and 4?
Yeah, that's not great. How does that happen?
How does that happen?
I have no idea.
Has something hit the Wanye Mobile?
That's the only thing I could guess. Something
It
hit
must
them on
be,
you
but
mobile.
So you
something-
parked in a garage or on the street?
Parked in the street.
Oh. Maybe
Like-
someone hit you?
I don't know what the hell? So
What'd you do? Like, you just leave your car
took it
there,
to
obviously?
780. Well,
Oh, of course.
I called the towist.
Yep.
I said, sir, there's only one place I would take my vehicles, and that's 780 Automotive downtown, where you get your
course.
Nation Vehicle stickers.
Mhm.
I have yet to hear back.
Man, that's fucking weird.
Does that mean my axle has broken?
Yeah. Car broken. That's my
Car
diagnosis.
broken? Your M truck?
Has
Question
something
mark?
happened?
Has something happened?
I love that.
I don't know what to do. I'm not like, I wouldn't be able to get a car home in that condition.
No, of course
During the night, I certainly didn't.
not. No.
Has something happened? My God in
You
heaven.
just Ubering everywhere now?
I have another car.
Oh.
Shit, man. Who do you think invented this whole thing? Shit. Yeah, don't worry about that. Anyways, I got 2 whips, summer and winter. But I need that thing. That's where I drive around and listen to my music.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hell. Somebody must have hit it.
Has to be. That's the only thing I can think of.
But like, what's low enough to the ground to just hit the tire?
Someone drove a Lime scooter into your tire?
Yeah, at 800 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's so weird. How does that happen?
Someone slipped off a skateboard and the skateboard just went into your tire?
I don't even know how you would sabotage that if you tried. Like, I don't think it's somebody walking by who's like, oh, I know what I'm going to do.
Fuck Wanye.
The only thing I could think of is that
Yeah, fuck that guy.
when I used to drive one of my first cars, I had the lug nuts break on one of the front wheels and the wheel almost fell off as I was driving. That's the only other thing I could think of because that was another time where I had my wheel was kind of perpendicular to the car.
I haven't changed the rims. Like, I haven't done any of this shit.
Yeah, because I had just put on winter tires and that's how it happened. So interesting. That's fucking
Man,
weird.
oh man, I do not know. I love that truck.
It is nice.
Damn it.
Yeah, damn it is right.
That's what I take Wanye Jr. around in. The only reason he has any respect for me is because I drive a nice truck.
780 will get it sorted.
Wow. Even they have their limits.
I believe they're magicians. I believe in them.
They just have like a wheel of ham
Yeah.
they've put there in place of a tire, and they're like, you can never drive a tire again.
It's the wheel readjuster machine that they've got. It got a new one, I heard.
One time when I was a child and I had a vehicle,
Yep.
I was driving and it made all sorts of noises. So that's when I got subwoofers installed so I could never hear my engine anymore. And I solved all my problems in one shot. Sorry, I have my back to you, Amtrak.
It is a podcast. I can still hear you.
I go to the garage to get it repaired from the repairist, and he goes, boy, you're lucky you came in here when you did. Your tire was going to fly right off. Didn't you hear it going, wah? And I'm like, nope. I turned the music up way loud.
I was listening to DMX Playboy.
Yeah, I don't. This is 2003. I don't have any
Yeah,
problems
yeah. Rough
because
Riders anthem was pounding.
the new NSYNC album slaps from beginning to end. Whew. But even in those days, I would hear something. The Wanye Mobile had no such noise. It was driving around in complete and total luxury.
Yeah, that's super weird. Ghosts.
This is why I'm happy I don't drive around in a deckled vehicle. Because I'd be like, for sure, it's one of them Pushy Flames fans trying to fuck with me. But I don't roll like that. I'm stealth.
That's the one thing about the Alfa Romeo that I've noticed already 3 days in is just how many people just look at it.
My nightmare.
Yeah.
Now, if this thing's written off, maybe it is written off. I don't know.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
How do you even, I don't even know how you approach that.
I don't even. What's the reason you put on the form? Parked?
Yeah. Parked
Cause
car.
of accident. Parked car, woke up in the morning, car broke.
Car broke. Me sleep.
Car no go, Connor hat trick.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, it's game day. That was my first thought, too. Come out, beloved vehicle, inoperable. My first thought, damn, it's game day. This is bad juju. My concern was, will this affect the oil? It did not. Narrow note.
It did not at all.
It did
played
not.
Very good.
Do I just fast forward to Nation Limo and no longer drive?
I missed when that was a thing.
I
missed when that was a thing.
It was the
Like, I wasn't
greatest
here.
point in our company history.
I've told you before, my goal in life is to have a driver. I feel like you could get there.
If you have a Nation Limo back on the road, especially if there's no Wanye Mobile.
Yeah.
Problem is, if you go to that, if you ever have to drive again,
You're
it's
talking
such a
about-
huge demotion
Yeah,
in your
yeah,
life that you're like, oh, shit, I'm driving again.
That's just like with the Alpha, where it's like, I know I've only got it for a year.
Yeah.
So when I have to go back to my car afterwards, it's not going to be the
You
same.
won't.
I won't. You don't think I'll be able to go back to it?
It's great that we actually have audio footage of us selling out.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, of course.
You've sold out. You've sold out. I'm on the verge of selling out, apparently. Shit.
You also need a Nation vehicle.
No, I'm going to go right to the limo, and then I'm going to have the guy pick me up, or the lady, or whoever it will be.
You don't want to
Child.
drive around in a deckled car, but
Needs
you
to be
will
a
cruise
Brit.
in the back of a
Need to be like,
deckled limo.
Good morning, sir. What can we get you? I say,
Oh.
a hot glass of apple cider.
He'll
What
come out like
trillionaires drink, bitch.
Second day of the limo, he'll be like, "Hey man, the tire's fucked. You can't go."
Guy
anywhere."
comes
You're like,
running
"No!"
across the street and stabs me on the fly.
3-piece tux, always when he's picking you up.
Every day's like grad. That'll be my motto.
100%.
I'll just take a different group of 18-year-olds with me everywhere I go. Woo! We did it. We
It's
did
just
it.
like,
O'Leary.
That's just the Wanye version of the Lincoln lawyer.
O'Leary for life.
Oh,
The Wanye version of what?
the Lincoln lawyer. Where you're Matthew McConaughey in the
I
back
don't
of
have a
the car.
DUI. That's the thing. My car tire went clonk.
Yeah,
That's
but-
my reason for stepping up.
Being in the back of the limo, that's a boss move, though.
Well, it was so okay. I'll tell you the story about the Nation limo. Okay. I always thought it'd be cool to have a Nation limo. For no reason. I've never seen one. I just thought that it would be neat. The old arena. Remember the old arena? Before the one now.
Yeah.
Before that arena. Skyreach. Northlands Coliseum. Was about 20 minutes away from the Pint downtown, which is where we conduct all our business on and offline in those days. So I say to the Pint, let's get a limo. Let's have it be sponsored by a beer company. So you get into the limo, you get a free beer, you get a T-shirt, you get all sorts of knickknacks and stuff. Then we had our own opening music in the limo. I think it was Thunderstruck. But we had like Rod Phillips' voice laced into it saying, "Good evening, Oilers Nation," and all this wicked shit.
Yep.
And by the time you got to the game, you were halfway to where you needed to be.
Oh, yeah.
Then after the game, he was waiting. Steve, the driver, was the nicest man on earth.
Great guy.
And you would come back to the Pint. It didn't fail.
It was great. It was
It
a
had
good
Nation
time.
stickers all over it.
Why
And they
don't we
would
do
rent it
this
out.
more?
Then the arena moved. Remember the arena downtown?
Yeah.
That's not where it used to be.
I know,
It used to be the north end.
But I'm saying you could still do this. Something similar.
We were going to, but then have you heard about the thing that hit in 2020?
Pandemic?
Yeah, it wasn't the best time for launching in-person limousines where you're sure to cough on one another. But people would take us to grad. People will take this to events. Theoretically, we can use it in some of our promotions. You bring your truck and the limo to an open field and you have Coachella, just on virtue of those two things showing up. People are like, damn, this is an event.
You take them to the American League hockey team that plays out of Coachella Valley. There you go.
See? Anywhere we wanted to go in the limo
It was the best.
great.
It was
'Cause
so much
You were
fun.
rolling 20 deep. Steve was there. He knew what to do at all times. We'd go to a liquor store. We'd follow the bus on trips.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, man.
It was fun.
It was really fun.
That's crazy.
It was a really good time.
I don't know.
I miss that limo.
Wanye Jr. can't grow up in a world where dad's driving around in a limo.
Well,
What am I, a WWE wrestler?
yes.
No. He'll get all weird and isolated like Rob Kardashian.
Oh, good point.
I need him to be out there earning like Kim Kardashian.
Or selling socks like Rob Kardashian.
Do those socks ever sell?
I don't think so.
I don't know that they do.
I don't think so.
I think that they had a sock company,
yes.
but I don't know that it sold any units.
Yeah, I don't know how many units Rob Kardashian's moving.
No. If Wanye Jr. has a sock company like that and that's what he's pointing to, I ain't buying. Right? Not the socks. I'm not buying that he's busy.
He's not busy.
No. Maybe what I should get is a rickshaw and he should be forced to pedal me around.
Do you think Black China has to pay him child or like some kind of alimony?
Did you see Tokyo Toni, Black China's mom? I assume you know that that's her name. Tokyo
I did
Toni.
not know that. That's excellent.
Did you know that?
Why would I know
She
that?
too is a stripper. Anyways, whatever. You guys, we all
Family
keep
business.
busy our own way.
Family business.
She says, "Oh, no way she's making that kind of money and still making her mom hustle." So that tells me, one, she's not making $280 million a year, OnlyFans, and two, somewhere along the line, you can get a subscription to Tokyo Toni somewhere.
Well, come on, Mom. Why are you blowing up your girl's spot like that?
I think that
Fake it till you make it.
Tokyo Toni is like the originator of
Tokyo
crazy Black China. I think that she was like the 1.0.
I gotta have a
Like
look
Kim
at Tokyo
Jong-il to Kim Jong-un.
Tokyo Tanya?
Tony. Toni.
Oh, here we go.
Tokyo Toni.
While you're doing that,
Oh, Shalana Hunter?
Black
Tokyo.
China's mother.
You mean to tell me Tokyo Toni isn't her real name? You're right, Chuck.
if we had the Nation limo back, you know where we could take it this winter?
Tokyo Toni's house?
We could take it to the FIS Snowboard Big Air World Cup presented by Toyota, coming
cool.
to Edmonton on December 10th. Big Air snowboarding event in Edmonton. And I think
At Commonwealth.
At Commonwealth. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Shout out to Explore Edmonton as well. They were a big part of this. Major partner. But I think the ramp like goes through the seats on one side of the stadium.
Yeah, I think so.
Just based on the Ticketmaster map. Go check it out yourself. Google FIS.
So it's at the football stadium in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be
Google
cool.
FIS Snowboard Big Air World Cup presented by Toyota. And then go to Ticketmaster and see the seating chart yourself. It looks wild.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go to this.
Then Google Tokyo Toni net worth and say, damn, that's all you have after a lifetime of hustling?
So both her and her daughter are strippers.
One of her daughters strips in the digital age and makes millions, though. Just not 280 million. Like, they're not going to say that and then she makes 80 grand.
No.
She's probably making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But even then, why is her mom still hustling?
Yeah, why?
Because they probably hate each other for stripper stuff.
Yeah.
You Chuck?
Stripper
Shit.
beef. That's prime stage time. There's something in there.
For sure, there's something going on there.
That's fair.
Something else was going on last night.
One of them wanted to dance to Girls, 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 and only one can do it, you know?
Probably Tokyo Toni.
Yeah.
If you're still in the game at whatever age she is, how old is she on that Google? 63, I'm going to say.
Tokyo Toni.
Tokyo Toni age.
Let's have a look here.
Where did you live?
50.
About 50 years. I don't buy it.
So what are we thinking? We
I
got
don't
a
buy
plus
it.
5 on there?
Black China has got to be...
Black China's 34.
Oh, anyways.
Yep.
What was the ad for again?
Did you see,
boy.
this is something that popped up on my Twitter that is making me mad. The new Leafs slogan, Toronto Maple Leafs slogan.
Oh,
What
wait,
is it?
wait. Don't say it. Let us guess.
Yeah, I know. I know what it is, but I don't. It's
Was
like
it 1987 wasn't that long ago?
67.
67.
Even worse.
1837 isn't that long ago?
Isn't it forever not stop or something like that?
Forever don't stop. How does
Who wrote this? DJ Khaled? Who wrote that quote?
Da baby.
AI that doesn't quite have all
Major
its
key alert.
Forever don't stop. Did BTS write this?
It doesn't make fucking sense.
Forever don't stop.
Forever.
But do they mean like forever? Like, because they used to have Leafs forever.
Forever don't stop. That's how I read it.
It's very hard to read.
Don't stop.
It
Those
really
are two of my no words.
It really matters where the commas go in this one.
Forever
Question mark?
don't stop.
No, comma. Stop. Exclamation point. That's how I hear it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with Wanye.
Yeah, that confused me greatly. Can we talk more about the hockey? I kind of want to.
Starting to wonder
Sure.
which way this is all going to go, boys. You know what I mean? Society,
Oh,
you know?
forever don't stop.
Forever.
Next
Question
year,
mark?
Next
No.
year, their slogan is "Fuck you, buy tickets."
Yeah. We said so. That should be their motto. Yeah. Leafs. We said so.
Fuck you, buy tickets.
How much is this? We said so. $900. You see people freaking out about the cost of concessions at the hockey game?
Yeah.
Like, how much do you want a bag of chips to cost? Only $9?
The most
You
egregious.
idiots. That's what I say. I work at Frito-Lay. These things ain't free to produce.
The most egregious one to me is the 2 pops and the 2 popcorns for $35. That markup on that
$9 an item almost.
that popcorn has a markup of
I honestly
10,000%.
think a bag of chips is $6, isn't it?
And
Like
yeah,
a
it's
bag
some
of
crazy like that.
Lay's chips
But
is
the,
$6.
you're right on the markup of the popcorn because it's almost like disrespectful, kind of like they're spitting in your mouth when you'll see
Tokyo Toni,
Don't
you'll do
kick
that.
shame me.
Oh, yeah.
when they'll be walking and you'll see like the Rogers Place employee at the game with 2 garbage
Yeah.
bags full of the popcorn.
$90,000 worth of popcorn by
And
retail
they're,
price.
they're going to serve it to you out of the garbage bags.
Oh, yeah.
Like they just mass produce it in the basement. Someone I know used to work for the company that used to have the contract.
Oh, it's a new rights holder?
It's a new rights holder. And so the guy, I saw the person who tweeted the combos was like, fuck you, Cates. Daryl Cates is not sitting in an office setting these prices.
Nor is he probably making any money off concessions.
It's a contract.
Yeah.
The company used to be Aramark. They would set their own prices,
Damn
right?
right.
So, I mean, I guess the Oilers could maybe next time the contract's up, like mandate prices, I guess. But they contract it out, and it's these companies who are gouging you. And my thing, whenever people throw an absolute hissy fit about this, how many restaurants or bars are there around Rogers Place?
Many.
Eat before you go. Don't have time? Stop at anywhere and get food before you go. No one's forcing you to eat at the hockey game. It's only 2.5 hours long. Just don't eat.
People in prison can hide cell phones on their person.
Yeah.
Okay? You can figure out a way to get a bag of jujubes into the arena if
Yeah.
you're so inclined. They're not going to
Halloween's
give you a
coming.
full cavity search.
Throw a couple little bags of chips in your back pocket.
You could have a 6th finger that's actually an uncooked hot dog. They're not going to count your fingers going into the arena.
sneaking
They're not going to
glizzies
say,
in.
"Excuse me, sir, one of your fingers appears to be an uncooked hot dog."
Disassemble a small portable burner.
Yes.
And with 20 of your friends,
Yes.
each sneak in individual parts.
Yeah, and you're cooking up a little makeshift barbecue in the bathroom in
Here's what you
between
do.
periods.
You buy a pair of underwear one size too big. You go and get scalding hot nacho cheese from home, and you put it in your own packed, like, tinfoil, and then you put that in your gooch. If you
Feels
don't know
good.
what gooch is, close your window or you're looking up Tokyo Toni and look up gooch. By the time you're through security, that nacho cheese will be ready for a bag of nacho chips that your friend or a new friend is going to have to bring in. Then you do what we call bartering. You barter your gooch cheese for some chips. Maybe you're going to meet a new friend.
Keeps the kazif warm.
I see these high prices as an opportunity. I don't see it as a problem. I see it as a chance to meet a new friend who says, gee whiz, I wonder if there's anybody around here with some cheese.
I got pocket chips. I need some pocket cheese.
And you hold up the gooch cheese like it's Lion King and you have a baby cub in your hand. You say, anybody. Maybe somebody bought nachos and they've already used up their cheese and you can just have some of their game nachos.
You're just dishing it out by the handful.
What I wouldn't do is go and be like, can I have a lukewarm Bobby Nix burger with an unmelted cheese patty for $41? You failed the intelligence test. If you want to buy a Bobby Nix for these prices, I wouldn't be looking to the Oilers. It's a Rorschach test of do you value money?
Yeah.
You don't.
And also, like a slice of pizza is $8. Like, I mean, that's not like.
Also, if I'm going to be honest, if I'm buying something to eat at Rogers Place, I've probably invested a mortgage payment worth of beers already.
That too. Beers are $13 for a draft beer now.
$13.
Yeah,
I remember when they were $7.50 at Rexall Place once upon a time.
Man, oh man, you could get for real 2 beers. You wouldn't get a lot of change back off a 20 or a twomp, we called them in the day. But you get change back.
Yeah.
Now?
20 ain't buying you shit.
But again, people act like it's the end of the world because concession prices went up. And I do like the NFL teams who have adopted like the super cheap model.
Like the Falcons, yeah.
And I also think, if you're the Oilers and you wanted to throw a bone to your fans, you could do like a happy hour thing, right? Like, before the game, all your stuff's 20% off.
I would love to have every goal the opponent scores, beer comes down by $1.
Yes.
Every goal the Oilers score. Fuck it. Can you imagine? Oilers
Last night they would have been $6.
Oilers are 9-1 heading into the third, and people are just violently throwing up because they drank so much.
That's when you go, and I love when you see the guys under their seat and they've got like 5, 6, 7 stacked up.
Yeah. You used to have to do that, but then they would stop liquor sales with 10 minutes left of the third.
Yeah.
If you didn't have a couple in the can, as we called it in those days.
Yeah.
You
You'd
were
have one in the holster.
Yeah.
making a huge mistake. The old Nation seats, the old arena, were in the end zone.
Okay.
At the top. So so you had like climb up 2 steps to get to our seats, and right behind our seat was a garbage can, which we claimed and called it a skybox. See, so we had a table and then 2 chairs. So we would get beers all the time and leave them there, and then we'd be like, "Do you want to go to the seats?" Yes, of course. We'd walk up our private staircase of 2 stairs, and we were there. Right underneath, though, you could just fill with beer. You could fill it 10 beers, 20 beers. If you felt an overtime coming. And then the best is when there was no overtime and you had 4 beers left and you had to pound them fangs before you could leave.
I like the way the Blue Jays do it where you can just bring food in if you want. You could go into a Toronto Blue Jays game with a whole lasagna and they won't.
What?
They'll just be like, enjoy your lasagna and the game. Go Birds.
What? My favorite was when we went to the Jays game and there was a dude sitting next to us and I was howling because he just had a big zippy full of Doritos.
Yep.
Just crush them. They're just like
Did he have any
dust at the
cheese?
No, he was missing the cheese. He needed you.
That's my guy.
How much were beers when we were at Rogers Center?
A tall boy of beer was $15-16.
Yeah.
So, like, again, people are like, fucking Gates, gouge us, you piece of shit. One, you don't have to eat. No one's forcing you to eat the expensive, shitty
And
food.
when we were in LA, they were $16 US.
Yeah. Those are 24 ounces.
Could I bring a thermos of, I don't know, bathtub gin into a Jays game if I was so inclined?
Honestly, they would probably open it up and smell it, so maybe not. But if you put
Smells of rosemary.
Baggedmilk's idea, we were talking about this, all you need, can of Pringles, hot glue gun. You take all the chips out.
You can slip 3 beers in one of
You
those.
slip 3 beers in, seal it with the hot glue gun, and be like, these are my chips.
Why are your chips so heavy?
My service chips. I need them to live. I had a buddy.
But at Jay's games, it would work.
He took an old hand soap dispenser. My emotional support chips. He'd built his own booze rig to get past security, and he had like something around his sock, like a hot water bottle. Then he had a soap dispensing handgun. So he'd be like, "Do you want some rye?" Squirt, squirt. And he had like a tube that ran up his sleeve.
Could be like self-defense too. Attack coming. Just
Elon Musk was his name. I wonder what ever happened to Elon. He was a real good engineer.
Real go-getter too, if I remember correctly.
If you are at the first game of the Oilers season, the likelihood you're wearing a brand new Oilers hat, to me, is very high. There's 2 times in the year when Oilers fans have a new hat. Start the season, Christmas games.
Mm-hmm.
how many new hats were flung with reckless abandon last night.
Last night on the
hats came down.
Yes, they did. Last night on the Beatcast, Tyler popped in after he got home from the game, and that was the first thing people were saying. He's still wearing his hat. He's still wearing his hat.
Yeah.
It is on my head right now. I don't throw my as I wear Nation hats when I go.
Yeah.
But the Nation hats I have now, like we don't make these anymore.
Correct. They're all.
That was like the one I
collector's
threw in LA with the worst hat toss of all time.
Yeah. So it's annoying to me that I
Calgary.
get shamed because I don't want to lose good hats that we don't make anymore.
You know what? No matter what Tyler says, I will always chuck my hat regardless of what it is.
I know. That's that LA. That is burned in my memory. You just spiking it into the ground.
Something has happened.
Something has happened. His old bag milk was about
hat trick.
15 beers deep at that time.
I was hammered last night on the Beatcast.
Remember the double hat trick night?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Is that one of the top 10 modern Oilers games? Double
Has
hat
to
trick
be.
night?
Leon and Nuge.
Man, that's crazy. No, neither was Connor. How can he have a hat trick in the opening night?
I wonder.
Again.
Second time he's done that.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people in double hat trick night threw a hat and they're like, fuck, went up and bought another one and just chucked it again.
If I was just wearing like a generic Oilers hat that I could buy at their store, I'd throw my hat.
Because our boy Travis Dakin has always got some really nice Oilers hats. And my favorite thing is that he now stops wearing those to Oilers games because he's a hat chucker.
There's two types of hat people, I feel. Some people will wear a hat exclusively until it needs to be replaced. And others have a collection of hats. Rich people, we call them. And they will alternate amongst all their favorite hats. I'm a one and done guy.
Really?
I will wear the same hat until it is no longer functioning, and then it's time for a new hat. So
I am, from my time working sports retail, I'm a hat collector.
of
So
course.
like in the closet that my girlfriend and I share, live with a girl, pretty cool.
wow.
Yep.
Braggart.
The top shelf is just hats.
Right.
She has like 4 on the end.
She collects top hats, of course.
And I'm not even kidding. I think in there I would have 45 to 55 hats.
Dust is not a concern.
No. I rifle through them a lot. Like I don't wear the same hat that
I have a lot of hats too, though.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I have a ton of hats. But they're all
I've worn
Nation
them all
hats.
one at a time until
I
whatever
shouldn't say they're
life
all
breaks
up
them
there.
down.
I probably have like 30 up there. Then I have a box on the side with more. that
I have a
keep.
bunch of Nation hats. And then also this year, I just started collecting Jays hats too. I got a bunch of Jays hats.
Love a good Jays hat.
R.I.P.
Boy, that season.
Someone at the game yesterday asked for a photo with me.
That is my nightmare.
That guy doesn't look like you. Wait a minute.
Back people asked me for photos. It was
Really?
really weird. Yeah, it makes my dad really uncomfortable. I think because he's like,
Proud?
I don't know. He just stands off to the side and is just like, because me and my dad are walking out of the game together. Oilers win.
Not an ounce of pride in the old man,
He's
for
just-
your
he's just,
boy.
like, looking. He's like,
My son is so famous, he was stopped back to back.
I love nothing more than when people would come up and take pictures with Tyler and I'm with him and I just go, and then I'd ghost out of there like smoke bomb style.
yeah.
The best.
I saw an interview with Chris Tucker, and he's talking about how he used to hang out with Michael Jackson. He would wear full makeup, like movie quality makeup to go around in society normally. And he'd always dress up as an old man. And that they were in an elevator, and 2 girls got in, and they were just sitting there, and they weren't freaking out at all about Chris Tucker or the old man he was with. So Michael Jackson in costume goes, "Hey girls, look, it's Chris Tucker." And they're like, "Ah!" And they kept giving Michael Jackson the phone to take photos of them with.
That's
and
so funny.
Yeah. Big Michael Jackson guy. What's that? Have been canceled.
Yeah, you can't say that at
Yeah.
all.
There's so many things you're not allowed to say now. It's so fun. I call it land mining.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You like I Believe I Can Fly? You keep that to yourself in 2022.
Yeah, Remix to Ignition is off the playlist.
You hush. Speaking of things coming back, your particular demo, Bag Milk, has not caught on to the fact that they're now oldies band listeners. When your band reunites and one guy's had a major death scare,
2 guys.
one guy
Two guys
has stand-up silver hair, and the other guy, well, he still looks reasonably youthful. You're like Eagles fans that don't quite realize Don Henley's an old man singing to them.
No,
yet.
I know. I completely know.
I'm so happy for you.
Blink-182 got so last night, like, yeah, 2 of them have had near death because Travis was in the plane accident. Mark Hoppus was supposed to have like stage 4 cancer or something like that. He's fine. His hair went gray from the treatment.
Well,
crazy.
shit. He actually looks great considering what he's
great.
been through.
I'm super excited.
And now you're paying top
dropped-
dollar.
I dropped $1,000 today.
This is unbelievable.
On 2 tickets?
You should see the prices of the tickets though. It's like Blink-182.
Because you're mid-aged rich people
That's
now.
exactly-
You're not kids at Lollapalooza.
That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
You look at the ticket map. So I was looking in there. So I was driving and they were saying on Sonic or something. Or no, this morning they were saying on Sonic, it's pre-sale right now, but just so you know, this show is going to sell out like this. So I'm like, oh my God. So I jump on and I'm looking at the tickets, and like even all the way across from the stage, as far as you can possibly get, is like $200 a seat. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Rage Against the Machine just canceled on me like a week ago. So in my head, I'm doing the mental gymnastics. I'm like, fuck, I love Blink-182 so much. They're my favorite band. I'm going to go no matter what. And then I'm just like, oh, Rage money. It's going to hit my account real soon. So I'm just like, transfer it over. No problem.
And just pretend you went to Rage.
And
Now, just to interject briefly, do you know why the Rage Against the Machine tour isn't going down for these middle-aged
guy,
rich
like, tore
people
his
to groove
ACL.
to? He blew out his Achilles heel. That's what happens to middle-aged rockers.
But the Rage Against the Machine thing, they just basically canceled the international dates, and in the States, they're still going.
For now.
That's
for now.
annoying.
So anyway, I'm super excited.
Congratulations on your affluence and
Thank you.
your new demographic.
No,
box.
affluence. There's no affluence.
There's
Like,
18
this
to
is like-
34 when you're filling out a form. And then there's a new one, 35 to 50. And
Yeah, I'm in
you,
that
sir,
one. I am
are
in that
ticking
one.
that box now.
I am
So
in
you're
that
going to see ads now for insurance. And you're like, that's a pretty good deal for
Erectile
insurance.
dysfunction pills.
It doesn't seem like such a bad idea to get an erectile dysfunction pill.
So
Get some around the house in case I need them. I don't need them now, but I might need them one day. I want to get a deal.
you're exactly right, because when I was in high school, that was like peak Blink-182, the height of their thing.
Could you have purchased those tickets then?
No, never.
Would they have put those tickets on sale at that price point then?
No. I
'Cause
remember
you've
the first time I saw Blink-182, I paid $30.
Inflation, am I right?
But like, so I was talking to a bunch of my buddies because we all love Blink, because like I said, we all grew up with that. And we're just looking at the pricing map this morning. We're like, fuck me. They are just like, it's exactly what you said. They know the people that loved Blink when they were at their height are now career people or whatever it is.
Or they can't go. It's the dividing line.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
The
not a cheap
dividing
concert.
line. You're like, I didn't work hard. I kept listening to all the small things, and I became one
That's
of
right.
them.
That's right.
You're not going to Blink. You got to be somebody who stuck to it like bag cream.
It's not, I spent more than I wanted to, but I wanted to go.
It's like when I
Where's the
subscribed to Tokyo Toni. It was $39 a month, your Amtrak. And I was like, this is a lot. But I'm the target demo.
Yeah. Too much money. I agree.
Congratulations, though.
Don't
It's exciting,
congratulate
though.
me.
It's
I made
exciting
it.
that your band came back
Looking
together.
forward to it.
That is cool, but don't congratulate me for making a foolish financial decision today.
When Bobby Shmurda finally got out of jail, this is what was same for me, right? He was out of jail. He was free to record again, right?
Yeah.
I was so happy. That's how I assume you feel about Blink-182.
Yeah.
Because the alien guy's back from space.
Yeah, he's pretending he doesn't care about the aliens right
Travis Barker's got a hall pass from whichever Kardashian he
Amen.
pretends to be married to on Hulu.
now. Amen.
And then the other guy kicked his near-death thing.
Yep.
And they're reassembling for the best reason of all, money.
Fuck yeah.
Are they going to put out a new album?
New album's already coming out,
Oh, yeah, didn't he say it's the best album they ever put out?
which is, of course, is not going to be true. Like, it's never going to happen, but you know what? I'm going to enjoy it
Why
anyway.
couldn't it?
Oh, it could. Sure, it could.
What are they going to sing about? I don't feel like there's a lot of rap in this age range. Or sorry, rock in this age
Well,
group.
so I was thinking about that too, right? Like, I'm really curious to see what this Blink album's like, because the last ones when they had Matt Skiba and it was talking about like just general stuff. But like when I think of hip hop in that age range or like a successful rap, it's like what Watch the Throne when that came out with Jay-Z and Kanye. But like otherwise, like Lil Pump's rapping about fucking whatever.
But like rappers, when they come back and they have an album later in life, Country Club Rap, as 50 Cent once called it, about how rich they are. I can't see that's what Blink's going to rap about and sing about.
No, I can't imagine they will be.
And there's sort of two lead singers, if I remember
Yes,
correctly, right?
that's correct, yeah.
So there'll be like a one guy song and then the other guy's song.
Yeah, or both together. Yeah.
What's fun about this is how many groups from this era are going to be looking at their lower bank accounts after the pandemic and go, you know what?
So it's
And
not-
suddenly Linkin Park's back together with the surviving members and they're off.
So like to that exact point, it's almost like it's nostalgia time for everybody my age, because not only did Blink get back together this past week, they also launched like a Warped Tour kind of show in Vegas in October, which is basically every punk band that was popular in the 2000s is all playing the same day.
Hip hop was doing this during the height of the pandemic when you couldn't get more than 10 people going.
Yeah.
They were doing the Millennium Tour with like Soulja Boy and Bow Wow. And
That's exactly what
they
this
got
is.
weird arenas that hadn't been rented in 6 months and they signed waivers and they did things. But it's like 98 to 06 oldies.
That's exactly what this is.
It's wild.
It's exactly what it is.
Soulja Boy looks the same.
You mentioned Vegas.
Yeah.
How wild is it that we officially sold out our Vegas trip already? It took
Took
like
a month.
2 weeks.
Took a month.
partnering up with AMA Travel because they are the goats when it comes to these kind of things.
Fuck yeah.
And we killed it. We sold out the nation. And like we were debating opening up new spots and all of that, but there is a second nation vacation for the season coming.
Yeah, just to back you up a little bit, like our goal for the Vegas trip was to have it sold out by the end of November. So to have it completely filled up, ready to go, everybody's set before the season opener even happened, that just like everybody blew us away. Mm-hmm. And like Tyler said, there is another trip launching probably in November. So stay tuned for that one.
And shout out to our friends at AMA Travel as well. Also, DoorDash and Oodle Noodle.
Ding dong.
Ding dong. Liam,
New West,
say ding dong.
New West End location now open.
Spicy with a big inflatable noodle box on the top. Hello. Also,
If you want to take a limo to Blink 182, just Venmo $5 to Bagged Cream at Venmo.net, and we'll be sure to use it as pre-sales for our new limo packages opening up Blink 182 night.
Please subscribe to my OnlyFans so that I can afford my Blink 182 tickets. Thank you.
You should just start up a quiet personal Patreon and just see
So-
if 4 people will give you $2 a month.
So like Twitter, they're doing all kinds of updates. So they just offered me to link a Patreon account to my Twitter account. And I'm just like, I feel like that's gouging the audience. I don't want to do that.
You got to be a capitalist. You got to sell them stuff they don't want. Don't demand they pay just to hear you.
I just
Bag Milk Plus?
Yeah.
Bag Milk Plus, and you like the interviews that are normally for free on social media go behind a paywall now.
You know what? Maybe this should be something we do. Anybody here wants to run at this company a plus version of themselves, they have to pitch the value prop. Like, Bag Milk Plus, are you dancing for your subscribers? Like,
Hey.
what are you going to do? Can they see your face for $10 a month?
Nope. They can see my feet.
For $25 a month. OnlyFans /Bag Cream. What could you offer that's worth a premium?
Nothing. Like I don't think
You could do better shows, no offense. No, I'm just like, if you had a second show, which like you interviewed, I don't know,
you
say
do the
like
show that you
Ricky
do, but
Martin.
a better what?
If
Wow.
you interviewed Ricky Martin, I would pay $5 a month.
I would also pay that.
Maybe you could have enough Patreon people
I would
pay
like-
you to fly around and interview people.
I would like to know all about living the Vida Loca. Tyler, thoughts?
I'd pay $5 your Amtrak to you.
For what?
A special show.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do another
I think
show
right
now.
now you're flooding the streets. You're in your Lil Wayne mixtape era where you're recording an album every hour.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you're going to build this audience up that I think in like 4 or 5 years, if you were like, okay, I'm going to do a special show that's just from my OGs, I think people will pay.
Yeah,
you do a good
maybe.
job. Personally, I wouldn't pay. I've given all my money to Tokyo Toni.
Yeah.
But others would.
How many subscriptions am I supposed to have?
Tokyo Toni or you?
Oh, I've got Tokyo Toni already. Like I don't know how many more I'm supposed to get.
You know, Shaq says he spends $50,000 a year on apps.
What?
Apps. Like
He's
in-app
just like
purchases
he's
and shit.
Clash of Clanning, but he's getting all the
I
upgrades.
guess. Yeah.
Best. He's like a
Shaq.
top 5 Clash player in the world.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, I'm Shaq.
Well, $50,000 for him. Shaq's got that in his shoe.
What's the number one person paying, you think, on like OnlyFans? Are there people who are like, I don't have it, but I'm spending $2,000 a month on 15 different channels?
I don't know.
Anytime you have weirdos paying, they may overpay for things.
Oh, yeah.
Like me with Oilers Plus.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it? $21 a month to hear the post-game press conference I used to get for free on Twitter? I'm in. You really hung yourself out there, though, on social media saying that Oilers Nation's free forever.
It will be. There's always going to be a free version of it.
Yes, but people, if you ever roll out anything that costs, will have that clipped and be like,
Go
you
for it.
said free forever.
But it will be. There will be a free version.
But there's other things not free.
Well, then you don't get it.
And now there's a digital Bobby Nix burger that's 42 Ethereum.
I Googled how much does the average person spend on OnlyFans.
Okay.
And the number one thing that popped up was someone who got depressed during the pandemic and said they were spending $200 a day.
Oh, my God.
So,
Oh,
not that guy.
But like
Sweet mercy.
strippers, and if people are listening to this, first of all, you aren't, so people don't exist.
Well, this whole episode's gone some really weird ways.
People have spent a lot of money in strip clubs, making it rain.
Mm-hmm.
You ever make it rain, your Amtrak?
No.
You throw money in the air and then it rains down.
I've always wanted to.
Maybe you twirl around. You never made it rain?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to.
I'm
but
too cheap for strip clubs.
You could make it rain by yourself and pick all the money up. There's something very liberating about throwing a stack of cash in the air.
Maybe I'll stop at the bank.
But like, we don't have singles in Canada, so I'm just going to be throwing a handful of loonies in the air.
Well,
That's dangerous.
Yeah. I could hurt my eye. I need safety glasses.
I mean, there's different ways around this, but theoretically, you are correct. You go to the States. I went one time in the States to a gentleman's club, as we called them back in the day, and I'd never seen Making It Rain.
I've never seen it outside of rap videos.
And I saw a guy throw a wad of money in the air. My first thought was, oh no, it's opening night for the Oilers. This is bad juju. Why is this guy throwing all the money in the air? My second thought was, you can't do this back home because we'd be throwing fistfuls of loonies in the air, and that doesn't work for anybody.
Yeah, you'd have to wear safety goggles when you go in.
But now there are no strippers. OnlyFans is your only outlet for making it digitally rain. So you do buy your OnlyFans lady something from her Amazon wish list.
It's just
say
not the same.
blender.
You buy them a blender from the
That's
Amazon
making
wish
it rain
list.
digitally. Here
Or
you go.
you hammer in that tip button,
Yeah.
and you just get a little bloop, bloop.
Is that what happens?
Yeah. I
You've
see it on
tipped on
Twitch.
OnlyFans?
No, I've seen it on Twitch, though.
I see.
And they just go, thanks, Thai guy Yaremchuk, for the tip.
You've tipped on OnlyFans?
No. You guys are going to get me in trouble.
Go on OnlyFans. There's all sorts of non-pornographic things going on OnlyFans.
This show,
There's
moving to
people
OnlyFans.
teaching guitar.
Yeah. They will, because OnlyFans pushed hard to like pivot there, right?
Well, I think
Or
they did
like,
that for like.
that was like a PR stick.
When they
kinda
said they weren't doing nudes anymore at the height of the pandemic, that was bullshit to get more people interested in OnlyFans.
I believe that.
Everything you see is a lie. That is what the Leafs logo and motto should say.
Forever.
Everything you see is a lie.
What was it again? Forever all the time or something?
Don't stop. No.
Yeah.
Please stop. No.
My
That was
girl
their
wants to
motto.
party all the time.
Please stop. No.
Yes.
Maple Leafs forever.
Forever, stop everything.
Lots of teams lose to their Zamboni driver. MapleLeafs.com.
It always comes back to hockey on this show.
What did you watch the Leafs game last night?
I
Any
did
of it?
because I had Leafs money line.
I also did, and Ryan Murray is looking like a Ryan Murray.
You and Matt Murray. Ryan Murray also looks like
Or
Ryan
Matt Murray,
on
sorry,
those
yeah,
blue
Matt
line.
Murray. I do that a lot. I'm fucking up names a lot lately.
Ah, you're getting old.
Yeah, it is
Blink-182,
true.
all
Yeah,
that.
Blink-182.
That's why your tickets are so expensive.
That's right.
Early onset dementia.
Yep.
Yeah, Matt Murray didn't look great. I agree with Frank Cervalli on this. Ilya Samsonov was going to be the guy there.
Can I actually ask you about Ryan Murray?
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because you texted me last night saying that he is challenging Cody Ceci for the most handsome Oiler.
You think Cody Ceci's the most handsome Oiler?
Why is Ryan Murray so tan? Where does he spend his
That's
summers?
fair. He is tanned. I noticed that.
Okay,
Like,
well,
look how tan he is.
Wonderful
all the
almond
time.
complexion.
so you're a sucker for a guy with a tan, are you?
I mean, I guess.
Because
I
I
saw
was
a TikTok the other day, and it was, is this the hottest guy in the world? And he was probably 16, and I won't lie, I watched the reel 3 times because he might have been.
Was he?
He looked like a Ken doll. He had long surfer hair.
Oh yeah.
That's why I can't go to TikTok.
No, there's a lot of handsome.
Far
kids on
too good
TikTok.
looking on TikTok.
Way too.
I need my Uggos on Insta. Sorry, continue.
But anyways, yeah, Ryan Murray, he's just like
He is in
every
top
photo of him
5
is tanned.
On this
he's
team,
handsome.
sir.
I think he's handsome.
Sir.
Look at that. It's a handsome man.
Nah, man, you
First
surprised
of all,
me
best
with
looking
that
guy
one.
on the team is Connor McDavid. Because you know what I like in a man? Winning.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
You know what I liked yesterday? If we're talking about just little Oilers fashion and stuff, how about Evander Kane's drip walking into the arena yesterday?
Hey, drip drip.
No.
My guy is stylish. He is stylish. I want to see this picture. again.
Stylish.
Black top, big t-shirt, Billie Eilish.
Eilish.
Where'd he go? I just thought he had a great suit on. Look at Connor, 700 points. Connor McDavid, 700 points, 488
Unbelievable.
games. He would probably, if you think about it, he would probably be at 800 already if it wasn't for a certain somebody who became an Oiler eventually, and then a certain thing that happened over 2 years. He's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, what is McDavid at? Injuries, whatever, but no pandemic. What's McDavid at? That adds an extra, 60 games on where he's at 800 already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or close to it, like knocking at the door.
He is so much fun to watch, and I'm writing something for Withers Nation tomorrow where, again, I'm going to say, please enjoy this. Because last night as I'm watching him, it's like, we're down by 3. Oh, shit. What are we going to do? Well, Connor's going to throw the team on his back, so what he's going to do. And he does it so often that, like, people, we need to keep saying you have to enjoy this.
I can't believe Kane gave him that Hattie goal.
What a play by
It's
him.
so not in his character.
But I also like McDavid after being like, it's tough when you're stuck on 0, and that was a big thing of Kane to do that. And I was like, dude, it's
Tough when you're stuck on 0 game 1. It's only tough for you,
game
Connor.
of the year, man.
Well, I'm pretty mad after one period, game 1. I haven't scored yet this season, and
That's
I'm
what
not
I
quite
want.
sure what's wrong with me, but I'll be sure to yell at myself in my dad's voice all intermission.
I want Grudge McDavid this year.
Grudge about what? We're killing the game.
Last year, got knocked out in the Western Conference Finals, Grudge McDavid.
Thank God Connor is not doing this for money or fame, because how he stays this motivated
Oh, yeah.
game 1 of the season is mind-boggling.
I'd love. How about did you? Oh, Tyler, you wouldn't have seen it. Elliot, did you? How about the interview with Leon that Elliot Friedman did?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Give me the Coles notes.
He basically just kind of like asked him a bunch of questions. The thing I was most interested in is Elliot asked him, how blunt are you and Connor together? And he's like, we say anything that we need to each other. And then the thing that he's like, well, what did you tell Connor this year? He's just like, you have to score 60 goals.
Leon smiled numerous times in the interview. Your Mchuk. And that is extraordinary to see.
Yeah.
You know he doesn't like smiling. He's a reluctant smiler. It's a physical condition. If he doesn't hate the reporters he's talking to and want to punch them in the face, he's actually quite insightful. He was actually warm.
Yep.
He actually had some jokes.
Yep.
I would like to see Leon talk to more reporters that don't hate him and vice versa, because it's very interesting.
Speaking of the jokes, you'll like this one. Elliot just said something like, so about a month ago, you were voted by the NHLPA or something like that as the best passer in the league. What was your reaction when you found out? He's like, well, yeah.
Expected. That's what he said. Expected.
And then he's just, I'm just kidding. No, you're not, though.
He also had
You're
a
not.
Rolex the size of a toilet seat on.
Fuck yeah, he did.
And I was like, damn, he got that Rolly money. I think that's
love
a
it.
sky dweller.
I love him.
Yeah.
It was great. Go find that on the socials.
They should be able to trade people in the media to other teams.
Like reporters are team property.
Yeah. And just be like, they kind of do it on TV.
Yeah.
Right? Guys are on one
Play-by-play
team.
guys
People
move
get mad at
around.
Roger Millions for 5-6 years until he fucks off. What was the other
What's his
guy? He
name?
looked like a peanut.
Yeah, the guy from, the guy with a thumb.
Yeah.
Drew
What was that
Remenda.
guy's name? That's the one.
He's back in San Jose.
We ran him
exactly.
out.
I like the guys like that. Like, so Remenda was color for the local network in San Jose.
Yeah.
And then he clearly got the bag to come to Edmonton.
Yeah.
And he comes up here.
Everyone hates him.
Everyone hates him for. I didn't mind.
No, he was always so pro San Jose. First
Yeah.
of all, nobody needs that shit.
But then the ability
city,
to
get the fuck outta here.
as soon as you lose this job at Edmonton, you're like, well, back to my old job. Like, wow.
It's like when what's his face?
Maybe
When
I'll do
TSN
that
went
one.
down to the States, went to Fox. The tall guy. What's his
Oh,
name?
Jay Onrait.
That's
Jay
the
Onrait.
one.
Hey,
He came home.
big fan of the DFO rundown.
Is he?
mainly, but he listens to a lot of our content.
Isn't that right?
He
Is that why
from-
when I was yelling about the media, you're wincing because you actually know that people listen to this, whereas I don't?
My big flex is because
I was going to say you're a big Jay Onrait guy.
like growing up, Jay and Dan was like the reason I love
Oh,
sports
really?
broadcasting, right? So now like Jay and I DM like every couple of weeks. And it's like with the first time he tweeted me when I joined Oilers Nation full time and made the announcement, it was such a big deal in my family. My sister made it into a fridge magnet. Like
He tweeted at you like,
yeah,
congratulations.
he said proud of you.
What?
And my sister made it into a fridge magnet. It
That's
was
so
like,
cool.
It was
Your dad
mayhem.
comes to the fridge to get a cold drink and looks at that and he's just like, well, I'm not. Maybe the guy from the TV is. I'm not.
I love that. Good for you, man.
Yeah, I
Good
love
for you, man.
But anyways, yeah, he listens to the DFO rundown all the time, and he talks
That's how I felt when Tokyo Toni shouted me out in her tip section when I tipped her Honda Accord. She said, good job, guy.
Honda Accord.
Yeah, I was like, for you, Tokyo Toni, anything in the Honda catalog.
I love that.
Good for you, your Mchuk.
I'm happy for you,
Good
man.
pod today, guys.
You work hard.
It's amazing that we come together for this brief time every week. You ascending to the top of the sports media world.
Maybe one day I'll
Baggedmilk.
do I'll just fuck off. I'll do a Remenda. Yeah. I'll go cover the Sharks for like 2 years and get the bag, and then when
Come
they
back.
fire me
Yeah.
amid some sort of scandal, I'll just like show up here and be like, "What's up, guys?"
Baggedmilk is a high up at a publicly traded sports media company, driving around in an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
And I have the album with 2 of 5 songs completed and no words.
And one of them's about Brendan Perlini.
All of this. We're
And-
all going in our different directions.
And a whip with 3 wheels, apparently.
Yeah, 3-wheeled whip. A Brandon Perlini song, which is aging horribly, as he seems to
Did
not
he
be
not
in the league.
play anywhere?
I'm looking it up right now. He is nowhere.
You know who left with with so little fanfare, despite blocking the most shots in the league?
Chris Russell?
Where the fuck did he go?
Nowhere. How
I'm
does that
surprised
How
he
does that
didn't-
happen? How do we, as Oilers Nation, the #1 bootleg Oilers news source, how do we not have a where
He didn't
are they
sign
now?
anywhere?
Nobody.
How did no team sit there and be like, "Shit, we need a 7th D man
He'll
for $1
block
million."
anything.
I
will-
thought the Oilers would bring him back.
I thought the Oilers were going to bring him back.
How
too.
come we didn't write a letter or an article? Sail on, Chris.
Well, you did the Ryan Smith petition. Let's get something going here.
Ryan
Bring
Smith.
back Russell. What's he doing? Just riding bulls and
Blocking
shit?
shots for nothing.
Maybe he's a guest on Oilers Nation every day. Tyler Yemchuk.
Sure,
There are some players that come through our beloved team that don't get liked, and it boggles the mind. And Chris Russell, I swear.
This year, I'm really trying to push back against the whipping boy thing.
Wow. Someone's got to get whipped. But, like, Brett Kulak isn't whipped.
No, never.
But we didn't like Russell.
He's a hometown boy.
But Russell was hometown-ish.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
He was a cowboy.
Like, whipping boys aside, you got to pump the guys that are new. I'm going to tweet about Reed Schaefer all 82 games this year.
How hot is that kid right now?
6 goals to start.
What?
Yeah.
6 goals in 4 games to start.
To start it off.
Ginger beef is
Double helping
hot,
of
hot,
ginger
hot.
beef in Seattle.
Whew. He is smoking hot to start the year in Seattle.
There was an Oilers fan, can't think off the top of my head his name, but he sent me photos from Seattle in warm-up of Reed warming up, and he said, look at that ginger beef.
I love it.
Yeah.
Is he still looking at our stories?
Nope.
He unfollowed us.
No, he didn't unfollow.
Ah, attaboy, Reed.
But I respect that he's like, I'm in junior now.
He's busy.
I
He's
don't-
got shit to do.
I don't want to know what crazy Oilers Nation's tweeting at me
Yeah,
about
no, he's got to
every
focus on
game.
the Thunderbirds.
6 goals, whatever he's doing is working.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, have a whipping boy, but, like, illogically pump up young players. And don't let Chris Russell leave with nothing. That guy was a cowboy.
I'd rather just avoid the whipping boy and just focus on pumping up tires.
Where do I hang my rage? It's why we used to do goats and stars. Before goat was really a thing.
Yeah,
Goat
before
meant bad.
goat meant bad.
That's how long we've been doing this.
Yeah.
The goat went from being bad to good.
Yeah.
Grebishkov now looks back and thinks we're calling him the greatest
It's like,
of all
wow,
time.
they're calling me the greatest of all
I
time.
didn't realize at the time, but Oilers fans were really behind me. They were calling me the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I hang my rage on if there's no goats?
I don't know. I think we need to get creative with that, though.
Dennis Grebishkov has not played competitive hockey for 7 seasons.
So we can just probably hang our rage on him still.
Yeah.
He's still screwing us over.
Yeah, there's still an option there somewhere.
Garbagekov, we called him.
Yep.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that dude got 2 tours of duty. during
Yeah,
the
he
thick of
came
the
back and we
darkness.
were like, okay, if you're ready for another pummeling. You know who
Then
we
he had
saw-
his nut ruptured. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Was that him?
Yeah. He took it right in the pills.
Someone else did too, and it broke their cup, right? Oh, that was Matty Hendricks.
Matty
Oh,
Hendricks,
the
yeah.
old cup dent.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Koskinen, before we go,
Mm-hmm.
playing for Lugano.
Logano.
Yep.
Do you think he met up with Peter Chiarelli, like by a lake in Richland, Seattle afterwards? And Chiarelli's
He's
like,
just, like,
okay,
there for the
like
sheets.
the end of Ocean's 11. He's like, okay, per our agreement. And then he gave him like $2 million US.
They even have
probably.
Claire de Lune playing in the background. It's
Because
just
you
like,
got to think they're meeting up post Caper because they robbed the Oilers of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
that's so
Okay,
fucking
actually,
funny.
this, I thought, did you see the kid Buffalo signed the other day?
Yeah, the $30 million 7-year man.
Yeah. Who,
No NHL goals.
no NHL goals.
Who?
The Sabres signed Matthias Samuelsson,
Yeah.
defenseman, who spent half of last year in the American League,
Yeah.
only has like 55 career NHL games.
To a $7 million.
7 years,
7 years.
$30 million.
Why?
So I don't know. So can you imagine? So he's sitting there. His phone rings. It's his agent.
Yeah.
Right. He's in the middle of training camp. Sees
Yeah.
much. He picks up. Hey, what's up? And the agent. Hey, I just got off the phone with.
They sound a lot alike,
Yeah.
the agent and the player in
In this
story.
scenario.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Can you do a different voice, maybe?
Yeah.
Agent goes like, "Hey, just got off the phone with the Sabres GM." And the kid's like,
It's like 0.05% your normal
yeah,
voice.
yeah.
kid's like, "Oh shit,
Oh,
am I about to get sent down?" And the agent's like, "No, they just offered you $30 million.
You just got 30 sheets,
What's
baby."
your fucking reaction? Like you don't even know if you've made the NHL team yet.
surely they were discussing it in the lead up.
But like,
Does he just drop that on his client, or
Well,
does he
I-
say like, "We're going for gold, bitch"?
But like, there's no way you thought going into that negotiation, if you're an agent, all right, I'm gonna get this young defenseman who's played 8 shifts, $30 million.
I would love to see maybe on Oilers Plus the dynamic of contract negotiations. Because to me, like
Yeah.
Peter Worrell had a thing in his contract. If he had 100 points one year, he'd get a $10 million bonus playing for Florida. Why was that ever even discussed?
Yeah.
How does that agent go in and not be like, okay,
All right, guys.
here's
So
what I'm going for, $31 million. And the GM be like,
And then he just like hits mute on the phone. He's like, "Oh my god, they're thinking about it." Yes, anyway, as you were.
yeah.
At some point, somebody must have guffawed or chortled.
This is a poor idea. Yeah.
What do we have him in the budget for? $925,000. Could we slightly round that up?
But what I was getting at was just, can you imagine being that kid and the reaction the first time? Because you're right, it probably came out somewhat in the negotiation. But the first time you hear that $30 million is even being whispered about, being like, what? I was in Rochester for 60 games last year.
It's like, are you talking about me?
Here's what I heard, and maybe it's a lie, but I heard from somebody who played in the NHL for a long time that it ruins most of their lives.
Just the money?
Just the pressure they put themselves under. They're very dissociative of it. Mm-hmm. So some of the guys, if they're like on a bad team and they're making tons of money, they blow it. Right? I heard like people in Hollywood that are like the craziest are the ones that are locked into like How I Met Your Mother type contracts because they're making so much money. Right? Yeah. So if you're like getting money and the fans know that you're a bum and then you get in your own head and stuff like that, a lot of times these contracts that come out of left field for players doesn't have a good effect on them.
I wonder what kind of...
Like Koskinen. Does that guy look like he's happy?
Fucking, I don't know.
Doesn't look at me. Looks rich. But
I wonder what kind of financial education the NHL gives these kids.
None. They say, you know what's wicked? Lambos.
Fuck yeah, Lambos.
They don't want...
My car got no keys.
No. Like, you know what you should do? Model yourself after the hottest rapper. They're always the ones that know what to do best.
Oh, speaking of hot
I don't
rappers,
think you can tell a 20-year-old what to do with $1 million. I think it's impossible.
Have you seen, speaking of rappers, you see Untrapped, the story of Lil Baby?
There's a baby on baby.
Yeah, new documentary. I just watched it.
On
It's
what
great.
platform?
YouTube? Crave, I believe. Oh, no, Prime.
Oh.
Yeah. You
Is
should
it
check
good?
it out. Fucking awesome.
I know the story-ish.
I didn't know anything about the story. I only knew some of the jams.
These guys have such crazy come-ups.
Yeah.
You
Because he's
can't-
like legit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, of course he's going to wear diamonds and fucking flex. The chances he's alive are so remote.
Yeah, on Prime. Check that out. Lil Baby.
It's like Kodak Black. I saw him doing an interview. And Kodak Black, we've made light of Kodak Black before.
How is he not at every Panthers game ever?
He's actually a very good rapper.
Oh, he's great.
And
He's got huge jams.
Isn't, like, he's prolific. He's got songs that go back 10 years now. And when you see, there's videos of him on YouTube where he's rapping and he's like 14. And you just realize it because the circumstances. The likelihood of him doing what he did is so remote.
Well, then you are especially going to enjoy this Lil Baby documentary because the likelihood of him being as big as he is seems impossible. It's awesome.
Awesome. I'm in.
Yeah. Lil Baby.
I'm in. There's nothing to do till Saturday.
No.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh,
Watch Oilers Nation every day. Actually.
there's the Wanye Mobile incident. That needs to be fixed.
I'm sure it'll get sorted out.
I'm talking to two guys with corporate cars who are ascending the ladder quickly. I can't speak to you guys. You're not my peers.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
still like young Baggedmilk in high school, wanting to go to Blink-182 for $30 and a
30 bucks.
Blockbuster video card.
Yeah. My dad dropped me off at that concert.
Really?
Mhm.
One time I went to go to an Oilers game in like grade 4 with a guy who turned out his younger brother married my sister.
Yeah.
And it was so cold out that he waited inside the arena on the other side of the ticket gates for me.
Really?
Now think about this, Baggedmilk. He has the tickets to the game.
Mhm.
We're in grade 4.
Yep.
There are no cell phones.
Mhm.
I get dropped off by my mom to go to the game. Then I can't get into the game
Yeah.
because no little punk kid is waiting for me.
Mhm.
So you know what I had to do? Wait until she returned to the residence and then phone on an Edtel payphone. It's the goddamn Stone Age.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who wouldn't leave her kid at a hockey rink? Tokyo Toni.
Well, she might.
Well,
Allegedly, in my opinion.
I can't imagine that was an easy upbringing
No.
for old Black China.
Nope.
But it all worked out for the best. We've got our OnlyFans queen.
Mm-hmm.
Connor McDavid has Leon Draisaitl and Evander Kane in his line.
Mm-hmm.
Yaremchuk has that bag of hair he's collecting in his basement he thinks his girlfriend doesn't know about.
Hey, it's between
You and the hair?
yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, that is.
All right, you lads. Let's call it a day.
Yeah, I like that plan. Let's call it a day. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Talk to you on Monday. Oh, wait, damn it. We didn't do our NFL picks. Who do you want to pick this week?
Oh.
Half the guys who do it aren't even here. It's so pointless. No, okay. Well, I'll make a social post about our picks.
Yeah, I
later.
don't know.
Fuck it, who cares? See ya. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Real Life Podcast. Don't want to miss any of our nonsense? Hit the subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.